All right, so andresvieira and rauldiaz, team leaders from Miami Real Group,
Okay.
they tipped us off on this really interesting project
Yeah.
in Coral Gables, Florida. It's called Jardon's Tower.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just your typical condo development.
Right.
This is going to be a mix of medical offices, residences,
Interesting.
and a hotel all in one.
Oh, wow.
And as per Andres Vieira, Miami is the best place on earth.
I mean, who wouldn't want to recover from surgery by the beach?
Exactly.
Who?
But what really stood out to me is the hotel's focus on cosmetic surgery.
Oh, interesting.
Seems like they're really trying to cater to out-of-town patients
Yeah.
It makes sense.
coming to Miami for these procedures.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Miami's known for, right? Like the beaches and the beautiful people.
So true. But it does make you wonder if this is like a larger trend in Coral Gables. Are we going to see more developments catering to this beautifying crowd?
That's a good question. I think it definitely speaks to the rise of like medical tourism.
Yeah.
People traveling specifically for medical treatments.
Right.
It's a global phenomenon, and Miami is like perfectly positioned to capitalize on that.
Yeah, with the beaches and, the reputation for good health care.
Exactly.
So this article we have from Florida, YMBY, goes into some more specifics.
Okay.
Jardon's Tower is going to be at 4350 SW 8th Street.
All right.
And it's going to be pretty massive.
How big are we talking?
134,350 square feet.
Wow.
To put that in perspective.
Yeah.
That's like 3 football fields.
Okay, so this is not a small undertaking at all.
No, not at all.
Oh.
The developers, Wellness Stay LLC.
Okay.
They're really going all in.
What are they planning?
An 8-story tower connected to a 4-story parking garage by a pedestrian bridge.
Wow, that's cool. A pedestrian bridge.
Yeah.
What else?
46 hotel rooms.
Nice.
3 swanky townhomes.
Fancy.
And over 28,000 square feet. Dedicated to cosmetic and dental offices.
That's a lot of space.
I know. I'm really picturing this pedestrian bridge connecting the tower and the parking garage. It's got to be super modern and sleek.
I bet. Speaking of design, the article mentions BC Architects.
Yeah.
They're the ones behind this project.
Right. They did some cool residential projects in Clearwater.
Yeah. I know their work. They have a really strong portfolio, lots of contemporary designs.
Exactly.
So I'm curious to see how they approach this mixed-use project.
Me too. It makes you think about the overall aesthetic.
Yeah.
Will this tower stand out as a new landmark?
Right.
Or will it blend into the existing landscape?
That's a really interesting question.
It is. And speaking of blending in, the tower is being built on the site of a 1930s motel.
Oh, wow.
Which I think just adds another layer to this whole thing.
Definitely. Any chance they'll incorporate some of that history into the design?
I mean, right now, all we have are the pre-application plans. So they've got a vision, but it could change.
That's where community feedback is so important.
Right.
Residents should really stay engaged and make their voices heard.
Absolutely. It's important to consider the economic impact, too.
Right.
You've got the potential job creation. Increased revenue from all the medical tourists.
For sure.
But we can't forget about the potential downsides either,
Yeah.
like increased traffic, strain on local resources.
Yeah, that's something to consider.
Yeah, these are all valid concerns
Exactly.
that need to be addressed.
It's not just about how it looks.
Right.
It's about finding that balance between development and the well-being of the community.
Exactly, which I think is what makes this project so fascinating to follow.
I agree.
It raises all these questions about how cities evolve and adapt to new trends, like this whole medical tourism thing.
Totally. I'm really curious to see how that pedestrian bridge comes together.
Me too.
Architecturally.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how Jardon's Tower ultimately shapes the landscape of Coral Gables.
Yeah. Will it become like a beacon of luxury medical tourism, attracting people from all over? Or will it just kind of blend in, and respect the history and character of Coral Gables?
That is the question, isn't it?
It is. Only time will tell.
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Huge thanks to andresvieira and rauldiaz from Miami Real Group.
Yeah, they gave us some good info.
For giving us the inside scoop on this really interesting development.
For sure. And as per Andres Vieira, Miami is the best place on earth.
So true. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on Jardon's Tower as it progresses.
That sounds good.